Why treating yourself keeps you permanently broke. Everyone assumes billionaire investor Charlie Munger built his incredible fortune by making incredibly complex mathematical calculations that normal people cannot understand. We think he became legendary because he had access to secret Wall Street information. We assume he just got lucky buying the right stocks at the right time. But Charlie Munger actually attributed his massive wealth to something completely different. He became a billionaire simply because he completely mastered the biological urges of the human brain, specifically the toxic desire for instant rewards. Society falsely believes that treating yourself after a long week of hard work is a harmless psychological necessity. We are heavily conditioned to believe that buying a luxury item or an expensive weekend vacation is the ultimate proof that our hard work is actually paying off. We think financial success means having the power to constantly reward ourselves whenever we feel stressed. But the truth is, using your exhaustion as an excuse to consume is the exact psychological trap designed to keep you permanently broke. Before we dive in, remember this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Welcome to TAFA Finance, where we explain investing concepts in a simple way. The concept we are talking about today is the toxic reward myth. Think of your financial energy like a tightly coiled metal spring inside a mechanical clock. Every time you save money and delay your gratification, you wind the spring tighter and tighter, storing massive amounts of kinetic energy. Eventually, that stored energy can power the entire clock automatically. But society tells you to release the spring a little bit every single Friday just to feel better. If you constantly release the tension to treat yourself, the spring never stores enough energy to actually run the clock. You are forever stuck manually winding it. Let's look at the expectation versus reality trap that catches almost every modern professional working in the corporate world today. Imagine a hardworking employee currently making $60,000 USD a year. They work 50 hours a week. They are deeply exhausted. They feel immense pressure from their demanding boss. By the time Friday evening arrives, their brain biologically screams for a release. They look at their bank account and see a fresh paycheck. They make a solemn promise that they will save most of it, but they decide they absolutely deserve a small reward for surviving the brutal week. Here's the problem with that plan. That small reward rapidly mutates into a toxic lifestyle. They go out for a 150 USD premium dinner. They buy a 400 USD designer jacket because they had a tough quarter at work. They finance a 3,000 USD vacation because they feel completely burned out. They do not view these as financial transactions. They view them as emotional medication. Fast forward 10 years into the future. They are now making 90,000 USD a year. But mathematically, their life is a complete disaster. They have zero invested assets. They have exactly 15,000 USD in high-interest credit card debt. They literally spent hundreds of thousands of dollars treating themselves over the decade. Yet, they are more stressed and exhausted than ever before. They must keep working the job. They deeply hate just to pay off the rewards they bought to cope with the job. Contrast this exhausting, miserable cycle with the approach of Charlie Munger. When he began building his financial empire, he completely rejected the modern culture of self-reward. He deeply understood that the human brain is a primitive biological machine wired for instant dopamine. He looked at traditional consumer behavior and realized it was fundamentally designed to extract wealth from exhausted workers. Charlie Munger did not buy expensive watches to celebrate closing a massive business deal. He did not go on luxury vacations to recover from a hard month of work. He aggressively delayed his gratification for decades. He realized that the ultimate reward was not a shiny luxury car. The ultimate reward was completely buying back his own freedom. He boldly refused to trade his long-term independence for a short-term dopamine hit. He kept winding the spring until it generated enough power to set him free forever. This is not just a psychological theory. The real-world data behind consumer debt and emotional spending is absolutely terrifying. A massive behavioral economics study conducted in the year 2023 tracked the spending habits of working professionals. The researchers wanted to see exactly when and why people make terrible financial decisions. The findings were devastating. The data proved that a staggering 78% of luxury purchases and premium experiences were completely unplanned and bought entirely on Friday evenings or weekends. People were literally blowing their entire wealth strictly as an emotional reaction to their exhausting work week. The data absolutely destroys the myth that people buy luxury items because they can afford them. They buy them because they are emotionally depleted. Here's the part that surprises almost everyone. Highly intelligent, highly educated people are actually the most vulnerable to this exact trap. Doctors, corporate lawyers, and software engineers stay permanently broke while feeling highly productive. Why do smart people fall for the toxic reward myth? It comes down to three deeply ingrained psychological traps that completely bypass human intelligence. First, the moral licensing effect. This is a deadly biological flaw in how we perceive our own suffering. When we do something we perceive as difficult, like working 60 hours in a stressful corporate office, our brain automatically grants us a moral license to do something bad. You suffer at work, so your brain tells you that you deeply deserve to finance the $1,200 smartphone. You use your microscopic suffering to mathematically justify your massive luxury consumption. You weaponize your own hard work against your future self. Second, the ego depletion trap. The human brain operates exactly like a physical battery. You only have a strictly limited amount of willpower every single day. Every choice drains the battery. By the time Friday arrives, your cognitive battery is completely dead. You literally lack the biological energy required to say no to expensive dinners or impulsive online shopping. You drain your cognitive capacity fighting for your paycheck, leaving you entirely defenseless when the marketing algorithms come for your money. Third, the normalization of luxury. We are tribal animals. We subconsciously mimic the spending habits of the people around us to feel safe. When everyone in your office celebrates a promotion by buying a $50,000 car, your brain normalizes that behavior. You no longer see it as a massive financial mistake. You see it as the standard biological script of success. Charlie Munger hacked his own psychology by completely isolating his financial decisions from the emotional behavior of the herd. He judged his success by his balance sheet, not by the applause of his coworkers. So how do you actually apply this to your own life? You cannot just rely on good intentions to stop treating yourself. Your brain is wired to panic and demand dopamine when you are tired. You need a cold, hard system that forces your vision onto the massive numbers. Rule number 1, the 48-hour delay protocol. Decide that today. You must set an unbreakable boundary for your emotional spending. If you feel the sudden urge to reward yourself with any purchase over $100, you are mathematically forbidden from buying it for exactly 48 hours. You do not argue with your brain, you just wait. This forces your biological dopamine spike to completely crash. When the emotion fades, the rational brain takes over, and you will almost always realize the purchase was a complete waste of money. Rule number 2, redefine the reward. Decide that today. Stop using depreciating consumer goods as a trophy for your hard work. Acknowledge that the 1000 USD designer shoes do not cure your exhaustion. They only ensure you have to go back to work on Monday to pay for them. Decide right now that your ultimate reward is buying income-producing assets. When you have a hard week, reward yourself by buying shares of a broad market index fund. You are rewarding your future self with permanent freedom instead of rewarding a luxury brand with your hard-earned cash. Rule number 3, the pre-funded joy account. Decide that today. Never rely on your daily manual willpower to restrict all your spending. Total deprivation leads to psychological burnout. You must set up a strict automated system where exactly 5% of your income is routed into a separate checking account specifically designed for guilt-free spending. When the money in that account is gone, you cannot spend another penny on rewards until next month. Here's the catch: you completely remove the emotional friction. You can treat yourself safely because the massive structural system is already running flawlessly in the background. Big takeaway: true wealth is not about having the ability to constantly buy things to make yourself feel better. True wealth is about building a life that you do not constantly need to escape from. If you have been beating yourself up over spending all your money on weekend rewards while simultaneously feeling trapped in your job, you are losing the game. Charlie Munger became incredibly wealthy because he completely dropped the toxic reward cycle and focused entirely on winding his financial spring. If you look at your past and realize you fell perfectly into the self-reward trap, take a deep breath. Do not panic. You are not stupid. You are not a bad person with money. You are simply fighting against millions of years of human evolution and a highly optimized financial media industry that literally profits off making you feel exhausted. Acknowledging the distraction is the very first step to escaping it. You have the power to stop releasing the tension and build your absolute freedom right now. If you found value in this breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so we can keep making these videos for you. Let me know down in the comments. What is one expensive thing you bought to treat yourself that you deeply regret today? Be honest. I read every single one. Also, check out this other video on the screen right now where we break down another massive investing myth. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.